There are many things that should never be attempted in under 2 minutes, including complicated machinery, epic poetry, and lunch. But perhaps the worst things to attempt are the books in a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket, which begin when Violet Klaus and Sonny Baudelaire find that a terrible fire has destroyed their home, their possessions, and their parents. Wouldn't you prefer to spend the next 100 seconds frolicking on a pony? I'm sorry to tell you the orphans were placed in the care of Count Olaf, a despicable villain with a tattoo on his ankle and 3 steaming bowls of suspicious oatmeal. Barely escaping, the Baudelaires were sent to live in a house where lethal snakes were the creatures least likely to harm them, for, like the hurricane of man-eating leeches that came next, Count Olaf would stop at nothing. Though they survived, the orphans were forced to work in a lumber mill with poor working conditions before being shipped off to boarding school where they had to take gym class. There are several good reasons to change into ill-fitting clothing and work up a sweat while someone is whistling at you, but gym class is not one of them. In fact, the phrase physical education, like the phrases frozen fish, fashion statement, or salad bar, takes one perfectly pleasant word and then spoils everything by placing it alongside a distinctly unpleasant one. In the case of the Baudelaires, their physical education was particularly unpleasant because they had a gym teacher who one would be hard-pressed to describe as anything but disgustingly cruel, or vice versa. Hard-pressed is an expression which here might refer to children squeezed into the trunk of Olaf's car, leaving less than 30 seconds for the next 7 books. The Baudelaires were pushed down a dark hole, unjustly accused, thrown in jail, chased by an angry mob, subjected to unnecessary procedures not covered by medical insurance, exploited in a freak show, dangled before hungry lions, held hostage, left for dead, attacked by insects, almost frozen, nearly drowned, terribly poisoned, given an unsafe taxi ride, and dressed as monkeys, or possibly concierges. Finally, there was a fire far more terrible than the first. Now, with a single exception, there's only one book left in a series of unfortunate events. Wouldn't you rather read something else?